A question we get a lot from our patients is how to set up their workstation to minimize their chance of getting back and neck pain, or when they already have back and neck pain, to minimize the chance of it getting any worse. I'm Dr. Jody Friedman, the chiropractor here at Willowbrook Chiropractic in Langley, BC. I'm going to show you how to best set up your workstation to fit you. I've taught a 1-hour version of this workshop at workplaces all over BC for many years, but today I'm just going to give you the quick version to get you started. The first thing we want to consider is setting up our home base position. For most people, that's going to be our back firmly pressed against the backrest, our shoulders back and down, and our head over our shoulders as much as possible. It's not that we can't move from this position, but this should be the position that we always head back towards when we're finding ourselves a little bit slouchy throughout the day or feel a little bit twisted in our chair. This is the position where we're giving the most support for our spine. Now that we've established our home base position, we want to plug ourselves into our workstation. We want to make sure that our chair is comfortably set up right in front of our workstation. We want to make sure that our armrests at the right height. Our arms should be roughly at our sides and be able to float comfortably over the keyboard. This desk is maybe a little bit high for me, but generally it's pretty good. The next thing we want to consider is looking at our keyboard and mouse. That should really be right in front of us. What I often see in people's workstations is their keyboard is too far away, or more commonly, that their mouse is too far away. And what that means is that they end up slouching forward to be able to use their keyboard, or they end up overextending their arm to be able to use their mouse. If we bring the keyboard and mouse close to us, we should be able to relax our shoulders and keep our shoulders and back in that position we want it to be. The next thing we're going to look at is our monitor. So our monitor here basically should be at about eye height as I look forward. We can see that this one's too low for me, so I'm going to rise that up. Even at the highest setting on this riser here, it's still a little bit low for me. So a trick that I've used over the years is to take a ream of paper from the copy area, stick it underneath the monitor, slide it back into position, and now we're roughly at around the right height for me. When I look forward, I should have my monitor about arm's length away, and that should be a comfortable distance to start with. Everybody's going to be a little bit different, of course, and so we can always adjust it, but this is a good place to get started. Now, not everyone may have a workstation set up like this. A lot of people are working off of a laptop, so that's a common other question I get. How can I set my laptop up to be able to support myself? It's really hard on a laptop. I'm going to bring this one forward because the keyboard and the screen are just too close together. So we either have to choose to have our laptop up high and have our arms up high here, not great for our shoulders and upper back, or if we leave it down on the table where we more typically will have our hands floating over the keyboard, then the monitor is too high, so we end up staying in this position, but then very quickly coming down into this position and putting a lot of strain through our upper back and neck. What I recommend to people is to place your laptop either on a counter like this here, or to use a stand to be able to bring it up higher. That way we can bring an external keyboard and mouse in place, and then still have our monitor at our right height, our right length away, but be able to work comfortably at our keyboard and mouse and not strain our upper back and neck when we're doing that. I hope this quick workstation guide was helpful for you. I realize that there's a million different combinations of workstations and some other individual challenges you may have. Feel free to always ask myself or Dr. Armstrong, and we can really help you with some more specific questions. We're always happy to help.